Let's take a quick look at using technology as it relates to solving functions. So here we have a small word problem. Person gets a salary of $600 per month and 10% commission. So let's set up some variables. Why don't we go P for paycheck, and we'll go S for sales. So paycheck would be $600 plus, that's going to be our adding on commission, times S, 10% of all sales. That's what our equation would be. If we want to put that in function notation, take that a step further, we were using f of x as function notation. We could write this as P of S. And what that means is that your paycheck is a function of sales. And all that means is that your paycheck increases the more you sell. It's a function. And we're using that word mathematically and the way we use it in the English language. Depending on how much I sell, depends on how much or how large my paycheck will be. So let's take a look at that on the calculator. We've got some big numbers here. We've got some decimals. So let's go to GraphCalc HD and let's see how we can enter that equation. So at the top left corner of your screen, hit the little y equals button. And on that screen, we're going to type in y equals 600 plus 0.10 times x. And so let's go back to our notes real quick. And let's make some designations. This is our x, which is our input. And this is our y, which is our output. And of course, you got to translate that because when you go to any type of graphing technology, it's only going to be written in y's and x's. It's not going to have the variables like p and s that we're going to use in this case. So there we have our function. In the lower right corner, you can press save. And you may not see anything, so if you pinch your screen and zoom out, we can see that this is a straight line. And I'm just zooming to create maybe a better picture. And there we go. So in the notes, we want to answer a specific question, which is how much would this person make if they made $350 in sales? So all these dollar amounts are inputs. So $350, $225, $175, and $82.50. And we want to use our calculator to figure out what those outputs are for those inputs of sales. So let's take a look. Looking again at the top left corner, you want the button right in the middle that's next to the y equals and next to the gear. Looks like three little lines. And that is the table. And so one of the things that we can do is reset this table. For example, I might start my table at 350 and I might set the increment to 1. The increment means that it will count by 1. So you'll notice you have 350 and 351 and so on and so forth. And so we can see that an input of 350 is an output of $635. So you can see that that entire equation is taking into consideration the $600 and the 10% commission. The calculator is finding the final value for you. Let's go back to 225. 225 gives us $622.50. Let's take a look at 175. $175 gives us $617.50 for our paycheck. And finally, we want $82.50 in sales. $82.50. And notice that if we start at $82.50, it gives us $82.50 and $83.50 and $84.50 because our increment is 1. So I'll show you a sort of another example. If we set that to 82 and set the increments to 0.5, now I'll get 82, 82.50, 83, 83.50, and so on. And we can see that 82.50 gives us $608.25 for our paycheck.